Hi, it is the Carterman sitting on my wonderful front porch in my lower middle income neighborhood. Why? Because I was raised with those kind of people. I love those kind of people, and so my wife and I chose to live here in York, Pennsylvania right now. And you may be wondering, why is the Carterman wearing a Lowe's hat? Okay, no, it's not it's not a paid advertisement. And I haven't gone back to work there. And the podcast is not about Lowe's, but it's always nice to be right, okay? Because you and I worked, over 40 years in the highest levels of politics in Washington, with presidents, with U.S. senators, the works. But actually, in some ways, I treasure most my 3 subsequent months at Lowe's, okay, at the paint desk. And you may be saying, well, why? Why'd you leave if you liked it so much? Well, I was let go, fired, because I refused to wear the Fauci mask. And you know what I'm going to say next. It is so nice to be proven right. It is so nice to be proven right. I was right, and the entire Lowe's nationwide organization was wrong, okay? Now, you say, well, maybe you need back pay. It was, 4 years ago? A little longer, actually. 6 years ago. But the fact is, I love the 3 months there. I love the people there. I love the manager there. He could not have been more apologetic. It was store policy because they believe the lying, coward, pusillanimous, egomaniacal Anthony Fauci. And I didn't, okay? So that's just a prelude to what I really want to talk to you about, and that is, don't forget, this is your last reminder, Thursday at 1 o'clock. We, you and I, re-begin Coffee with the Carterman, America's #1 conservative podcast. #1. It's August 6th. Circle the date at 1 o'clock, okay? We got a lot to talk about. Remember, it starts with a 10-minute political update, what's going on in the political world. Moved to an interview this week with the inimitable Bill Wilson, America's #1 political analyst, going to tell us what's going to happen in the midterm elections. And we finish up with Watch Mr. Wizard, and that's when we do our 10-minute review of the show, of the topics, with the Mensa level, off the charts IQ level, Dr. Steve Allen. Incredible knowledge, insights. Great guy, fascinating human being. That's how we're going to finish up. Want to mention to you, in the future, in the very near future, we're going to go live every Thursday at 1 o'clock with Coffee with the Carterman, which will allow a chat box, okay, where you will be able to offer your instant responses to whatever it is we're talking about, because this show is about you. This show is about you, what you and how you feel about what's going on in this country, okay? And as to what's going on in this country and worldwide, I'll just say, I'm not going to take much longer with this, but I'll just say, 3 or 4 years ago on Coffee with the Carterman, I predicted that the world is going to end up, before the end of the Trump administration, with 4 spheres of influence. The European, which Russia's going to dominate, and now you're seeing it. Don't be deceived by the mosquito bite Zelensky drone attacks, attacking their Walmart, their Amazon, essentially. The Russians are right on the verge of taking on Odessa, which means the end of Ukraine, okay? So Russia's going to be the dominant European power. Englanistan, which is really Pakistan, Europe now, France, Germany. There's nothing left. Certainly not Spain, which has just been invaded at the invitation of their prime minister. In Asia, I don't have to say, China. And unfortunately, in the Mideast, You're not going to like this. I don't like it. I hate it. Iran, okay, is going to be the dominant power in the Mideast, which means Israel's really going to have to fight back and be prepared. We're going to have to help. So there we are. There's a little quick review for you, the kind of things we're going to talk about. Eventually we'll have a chat box where you can say, I agree, I don't agree, Carter, you're crazy, or unfortunately you're right, whatever you want to say. But don't forget, Thursday at 1 o'clock, we start the new Coffee with the Carterman. I have a new intro animated logo, by the way, I think you're going to love. So be there, circle the date, mark the time, 1 o'clock Thursday, Coffee with the Carterman. Be there or be square. See you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.